Hello everyone, welcome back to Gran Turismo 7's weekly challenges. You know what these are? Every week, well it's usually every Friday, but I don't do it Friday all the time. Every week, get 5 races, gotta finish top 3 to earn rewards. The more you finish top 3 for each race, the better the rewards. Trying to switch up the intro because it's getting quite boring, just saying the same intro every single weekly challenge video, but it pretty much sums up what I just said there, sums up what this is. Rewards for this week were not too bad. It was the to be honest with you, I've generally forgotten. I wrote it down, 2 secs. Yeah, we had 6 stars parts, which is shit because I don't care about that stuff. Money, and a 6-star car roulette, which is like the best reward you can get, which is pretty cool. I got the Honda NSX GT500, which is a good car. It's a good car. I've already got it, and I usually don't own multiple cars. I'm not like those people in Gran Turismo where they buy 20 off the same car, especially for race cars. Don't see the point. But yeah, sold it. So pretty much saying I sold it. Races, I usually always forget, very forgetful with these races, but I wrote them down, 2 seconds. Race 1 was at Lake Louise, which is like a rally one, snow. It's the only snow track we've got. It was with Japanese cars. I think they were hatchbacks. I used a hatchback. I used a Toyota Corolla, but Japanese cars. Let's just say that. Second race was at Grand Valley with the old cars. I've literally just wrote old cars. I mean, I used the Lamborghini Miura, so base off that. Third race was at Watkins Glen. I feel like Watkins Glen. I feel like this is like the 3rd week in a row that we've had Watkins Glen. We definitely had it last week, and we've got it again this week. It was the one-off races where you can only use one specific car. It's the new-ish Hyundai Elantra N. Hyundai Elantra N. I don't know how you pronounce the car. It's South Korean, but that's definitely not a South Korean name. It's one of those cars where it's not that amazing when it's stock, but the way I customized it was like, for me, it was like those classic Grand Theft Auto cars, the way it's customized, you know. It's not a very good car, but you put some sick wheels on there, you know, a bit of splitter, you know, and all that, and it slowly looks good. Small spoiler, not too bad. But yeah, easy weasy, that one. Fourth race was Nürburgring Grand Prix track, the Nürburgring, like the Grand Prix version. It was with VGT cars. I was gonna try and use the Opel VGT, the new one, but it was too high for PP. Performance point restriction was like 850 and it was like 870, so I couldn't use it. So I ended up using the Jaguar VGT, the electric one. Finally, fifth race. The fifth race is usually like the big one at the end with racing cars, multiple laps, fuel, tyre wear, stuff like that. It's the one you're watching now. It's the Autopolis GT3. Autopolis using GT3 race cars. I used the Renault something. I've forgotten the name of this car. It's the Renault. You'll see it in the video. It was an interesting race, this actually, because the big cars I usually say is like the Porsche, the Dodge, the Ferrari, and the Mercedes. It's like the big cars you usually race up against. I was racing against a Lexus RCF. So yeah, interesting. The reason the Dodge didn't do well is 2 secs. Ready, boom, there it is. It spat out on the second lap, so I usually took over it. But yeah, interesting that one. But that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed the race. And yeah, I'm going to shut up now because I'm about to run out of time.